You guys ready?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from the United States of America, weighing in at 165 pounds, Luigi.
All these superstars come into this match incredibly hungry to prove their dominance. I can't wait to see what unfolds. Get ready to go the distance. The competition level has never been higher, but this guy's ready to prove he can hang. Look at the focus and drive in his eyes. Ready to prove he's the best this division has to offer.
The world's elite warriors are drawn together. The ultimate test of skill is here. Prepare for the explosive battles of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Ryu, a wandering martial artist, honing his skills with the Hadouken! Ken, Ryu's rival, obsessed with victory, mastering the Chun-Li, an agent seeking justice for her father with the spinning bird kick. Blanca, a savage fighter, born of the jungle, unleashing the electric thunder. Guile, an Air Force major seeking justice with his devastating Atomic Boom. Dulcim, a mystic yogi who bends fire to his will.
Yoga, rain.
E. Honda, the proud sumo wrestler known for the unstoppable 100-hand slap. Zangief, a patriotic fighter with his brutal spinning pile driver. Balrog, a ruthless boxer driven by greed, using the dash punch. Vega, a Spanish ninja with a thirst for beauty, known for his deadly claw strikes. Sagat, a Muay Thai legend seeking redemption with the tiger uppercut. M. Bison, a dictator seeking world domination with his devastating Psycho Crusher. Akuma, a dark warrior who gave into power with the Shun Goku Satsu. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Round 1.
Fight!
That doesn't believe in ghosts. Poltergeists, apparitions, werewolves, vampires, witches, gremlins, ghoulies, demons, goblins, ogres, or swamp creatures. Skeptical robot that doesn't believe in ghosts. Poltergeists, apparitions, werewolves, vampires, witches, gremlins, ghoulies, demons, goblins, ogres, or swamp creatures. Doesn't believe in ghosts. Poltergeists, apparitions, werewolves, vampires, witches, gremlins, ghoulies, Grifters, ogres, and swamp creatures.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. I am Luigi Greenberg, and this is Skeptical Robot, a show that is dedicated to logic and reason and debunking the paranormal. As usual, please also welcome my co-host, Corndiff. What's up, buddy? Oh, hell.
Howdy. Oh,
how's
little
it going?
corn, little tiny guy. Hey,
How
what's
are
up?
ya? Hey,
Doing
thank
well.
you
How are
so
you?
much. Thank you so much for being here on this special episode. We also have a couple of special guests backstage. Let's go ahead and bring them out as well. Let's see here. First, he is the Looney Tunes critic. Please welcome Trevor. How's it going, buddy?
I'm okay. How are you guys?
Fantastic. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much for being here. Skull.
Let's go.
And also a very special guest who is obviously part of a work release program and doing charity work today for our program. Very special guest. You know him from the Uncle Rika Show, and he just recorded his first comedy special, Letitia, to be released soon. Please welcome Mr. Anthony Zenhauser. You're muted.
Yeah, you are gay. Yeah, we can't hear you, pal. He's fucking.
Yeah, I know, dummy. I'm not muted. We spent 30 minutes backstage.
Okay. When we have like the problems.
So what you're saying is that you're mad at us for that you sold us on that you're an idiot.
When we have the problems backstage, I immediately think they're going to happen again. So yes, you fooled me. All right, show's over, people. Goodbye.
You're welcome. Talking about skeptical.
Thank you so much for being here. I hope that I got everything right. Is there a release date set for your comedy special? I want to be sure to plug it as much as I can.
No, we're still working.
It's just going to be anytime.
Still working. No, you go ahead. You go
comedy
first. No, you go first. Go first.
So I'm going to be appearing.
It's going to be like no, you go first.
Go out and come back in.
Okay, hold on.
All right. We're re-recording.
Oh shit!
Hey, you're muted.
I'm.
All right. So
what was the question? What was the question?
I forget. Let's just move on. Hey, thank you so much for being here, everybody. I appreciate it.
How long can Luigi keep that frozen face? How long do you think he can
Which
pretend
one?
he's frozen?
Oh, wow. I don't know.
On Spotify at any point now, so we should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. If you're not familiar with the format of the show, we are skeptics, and we just like to discuss paranormal topics, also the occasional non-paranormal topic. Just let people know, hey, there's always somebody who's looking to make money off of, being a predator, being a grifter. And today,
Please don't use the word predator around me.
Or grifter.
Having enough trouble as it is.
So
Also,
sorry.
the TSN Griftathon.
Apologies.
So don't use any words at all.
Yeah, don't say Jew, grifter,
you should have
payment.
cleared all this. You should have cleared all this with my assistant.
Well, listen.
All right, so we're going to play some video today to talk about a topic. And
For the record, his
today's topic
assistant is
going to
Corndiff.
be the topic of Bullshido, which is a slang term that is given to fraudulent or inept martial arts practices that make false claims of self-defense. A lot of them usually accompanied with claims of supernatural powers. But Bullshido can also include martial arts that are just simply not effective.
Does Steven Seagal having karate in his background qualify as Bullshido?
I believe Steven Seagal is absolutely in the category of Bullshido, and he may even be a topic of conversation later because he's done a lot of shady things to pad his martial arts resume. So,
But he's also put a lot of people stuntmen and shit in the hospital. You know?
Yes, because he sucker punches. He likes to sucker punch people.
I mean,
Yeah,
He sucker punches his stuntman. Is that what I'm hearing?
there's a famous story in the behind the scenes of the movie Executive Decision, where he was his I forget what his role was, but in the role
he was the guy
given
who sits down.
He was some sort of military like official, like let's just say lieutenant, whatever.
Yeah.
And the other actors, he lined them up and gave them a speech as if he was in fact a real military lieutenant, and said that they were all going to follow his instructions. And when John Leguizamo talked back to him, he apparently kneed him right in the gut.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, isn't he a fully deputized sheriff somewhere?
I believe he is. Yes.
I think he was. I don't know if he still is. But
Like an honourary type of deal or something.
he had a
Tom
show.
Segura had a whole bit in one of his earlier stand-up specials about how there's a certain town where if you go there, like a very real possibility is you could get arrested by Steven Seagal.
It's in Louisiana. I remember
Louisiana.
that. But anyway, the world of martial arts is just a
Wait,
breeding
hold on,
ground
Zen.
for con artists. Hold
Can I-
on. When you think about the spirituality and mysticism that is associated with Eastern martial arts, Mr. Zenhauser,
This is going great.
do you have any experience with this topic?
No.
Okay.
No, I do. We talked about it before the show. Again, we're gonna peel back the curtain on this one. We're talking about Steven Seagal and we're talking about certain martial arts. I think what we're all kind of getting to is Aikido. Have you heard of Aikido?
Yep.
Okay.
You dance.
This is the mother of all bullshit martial arts, apparently. So
Yeah.
I knew a guy who taught Aikido, and he believed in it. He was fully, because you got to believe in your own scam,
Yeah.
because
Hear
it really
that,
is.
John?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, you hear that, John? Who's John?
Some guy.
John who?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's one of those martial arts where people like they bounce off of you, or you're supposed to use their energy against them, and it's always just some old guy in the middle of the room with 50 guys attacking him, and he kind of just goes like that, and they go flying out of the room.
It's essentially
So,
it.
so that was the guy, and I watched him give a lesson one time, and he had a guy hold his wrist, and so he had the guy grab his wrist, and then he went to the guy. He went no, and then he had the other guy hold his wrist a little bit higher, and he was like no. And then I'm like saying it's a very precise martial arts. So you got to know exactly where the guy's going to grab you in order to fight him. So the guy grabbed him another place, and he was like, yes, like that. And then he was able to kind of like do a move and flip the guy. It was all very bizarre. Like I've never seen something quite like what he was teaching. And
It's
it really,
sensual.
at that point, you're like, this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work if you grab the guy the wrong way. It doesn't work like that. How does that?
It reminds me of like when your cousin was taking karate and he wants to show you a move, and so you just like run him. He's like, no. You have to do it exactly this way.
Yeah.
Like, to, like, show
That's
them. It's like,
exactly. That's
Take
exactly.
the knife and hold it like this. Come at me like this.
That's exactly what we're going to be talking about. Is claims of just somehow and for some reason, the world of martial arts is just. I think it started in the 80s, honestly. In the 80s, there was a boom of like ninja movies and martial arts movies, popularity that characterized martial arts as being like magical, and sometimes supernatural. When we were kids, we watched ninja movies, and then they made cartoons, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Everybody wanted to be a ninja. And I think con artists saw basically an opportunity to convince people that they can learn the mystical sides of martial arts and maybe even gain super magical powers. And then, of course, you have your action stars in the 80s that knew martial arts, like Jean-Claude Van Damme. And anyway, we can go on and on.
Follow-up question. Luigi, which turtle were you?
I loved Michelangelo. Michelangelo was my guy. How about you, Corndiff?
I was a Leonardo guy.
You're a leader, a born leader. How about you, Trevor?
Trevor?
I was April.
That's a deep cut. How about you, Zen?
Let's just skip this question.
I ruined it.
We've already wasted way too much time on this.
I agree.
Who would I be?
So our show does typically go into very deep philosophical, theoretical conversations about morality and ethics. This is not going to be one of those episodes.
Right.
We are going to watch some nonsense bullshit.
This is a fun
and have
one.
some fun. This is going to be a fun episode, and we're going to just talk about a few specific infamous offenders of Bullshido as an introduction, because later episodes we're going to get a little bit more into details about some specific people. Today's just going to be focused on introducing the audience to what can constitute a fake martial art. Yes, sir, Mr. Trevor.
We need to make sure to bring Zen back when we disprove Anne Frank.
Well, that's a good point.
When we disprove the
What
Anne
do you mean?
Frank, that whole
What do you mean?
conspiracy.
What do you mean? Hold on. Let's just hold
The conspiracy. Everyone knows
Stop
the
the tape.
conspiracy.
Stop the tape. What do you mean?
Tape is stopped.
Disprove Van Frank. Thank you,
That-
Luigi.
Well, okay, we all know what the story is, right? She faked the moon landing, but
Mm-hmm.
that's actually not true. She's the reason for the moon landing. I mean, we all know this, right? Like,
Anne Frank invented Gugon. All right,
No.
moving on. All
you're
right,
gonna make fun of it. Fine, be cynical.
we've already talked about.
There she is.
There we go.
Why would you cast those aspersions against me, boy?
I
Honestly,
like to make her like a Southern belle.
Why do you so cast such aspersions against my person?
Oh, this just gives me the horribles.
give me the
I got
vapors.
the vapors coming from the oven that they knocked me into.
All right. All
Let's
right.
get it.
all right.
Yeah, this is a great topic because, like you said, in the 80s, it was popular. Also in the 70s with the Kung Fu Shaw Brothers boom. When
I mean,
Kung Fu
I
movies
did-
became...
It-
And-
it's
and-
a,
go
it's
ahead,
a
I'm
strange point to make, but
He
it is a
interrupts
point.
everybody. It's okay. Go ahead.
I'm so used to doing clay duty. It's like you have to interrupt.
I
everybody.
know.
Doing clay duty, but
Right.
no, I mean it's a strange point of order to make, Luigi. But you said it started in the '80s, and it started in the '80s in America.
True. That's true. Yeah.
You know, they definitely had a bigger following in Asia and in the '60s, especially with the Bruce Lee stuff, and then
Well,
I
in
guess
New York, in
Kurosawa-
New York City, in Times Square, they used to show the Shaw Brothers Kung Fu movies all the time in the
Yeah.
theaters. So it was
Good
big.
stuff.
The city kids loved it. So like you said before, people were taking karate at a high rate. People were learning all kinds of martial arts. It was a great time for it. And with that, of course, comes scam artists who were just want to
Absolutely.
make.
Hey, this is a very true story, even though it's a convenient story for this topic, but I promise this is true. I took karate as a 9-year-old kid, and I stopped taking karate because while doing a high kick, I farted really loudly, embarrassed myself. And
please tell me there's video.
I wish there was, but I had my father and 4 cousins in the audience watching me, and they still tell the story because I just hit the ground. When my feet hit the ground, I just heeled over laughing. Yeah, true story.
Oh, you mean like you were competing? It was like a tournament.
No, it was just a practice class.
It was
just
a
practice
farting
class.
tournament.
You were
And
just
we
doing
did
your
kicks, and I was just
kata?
like, I mean, full on loud that my family heard it from the stands. And I guess it was kind of a small building. It wasn't that you could avoid it. But anyway, yeah, very true story. Gets told a lot around family functions. But anyway, so let's get to it. So this first thing is just going to be an intro.
Jesus. Sorry, I just saw my face on there.
Did you just now saw that?
Yeah, did you send that to me earlier?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I made Corndiff Blanca.
You kind of did it the opposite way with him, though.
How's that?
Meaning that
I
everybody's face is on the actual character, and you made a piece of corn with Blanca's face on it.
Yeah.
I'll see how he treats me.
I don't. I'm just saying, maybe you didn't realize what you did.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, stop. You don't even know what you're doing right now.
I mean, the
All right.
corn. Okay.
Let's get into it. So this first part, just an overview and a little bit of fun video, just so we get an idea. But let's do it.
All right, let's have fun.
Volume okay for everybody?
What? Can't hear you over the volume.
This is a work of art.
Oof.
This
Oh.
is bullshit. This is a work of art. This is bullshit. This is a work of art. But this is bullshit.
All right, I am going to turn the volume down a little bit.
What are they doing to Rich Evans?
Rich Evans.
So basically, the thing is, this guy is teaching people exactly what you were talking about, Zen.
This is exactly the martial arts that I was just discussing. This is what Steven Seagal does.
I wouldn't mess
So-
with that guy.
It's less of
100%. Watch this. There's a great move coming up here that's just, I mean, beautiful in every way. I trapped your hand under my chin.
Wow.
And then there's this guy.
God. Flashbacks to
Impressive to me.
I'm having flashbacks to my divorce. Am I right, guys?
How about this one?
Oh, fuck.
I don't want to join this club.
Wow.
All right, so this guy is amazing. I'm not really sure this guy's story, but apparently he's out of Vietnam.
Do you think they all met at like a Three Stooges convention and like we're like rehearsing bits and like, we could kind of turn this into a martial arts thing if I just like.
What a fantastic question, Trevor. I don't know if that was intentional, but let's
No,
keep
I
watching.
just stumbled into it. I'm dumb.
That's Mo, Larry, and Sing Bao.
Let's now watch that video with some silly sound effects just to make it a little more fun.
Did you actually take these from the Three Stooges library? I'm definitely hearing Hanna-Barbera.
That's Benny Hanna.
Yeah, right. Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera.
I Hayami says, Tupi
Now
says.
this guy is amazing. This is a Russian guy who teaches something called Sistema.
It's
and he
Joey
teaches
C.
it while seated.
He's pushing him down.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, it's weird. And now he's just going to sit on the guy.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see what.
So watch this.
And now it's Jackass.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
What martial art is that?
Yeah.
I wish I knew, but it was in a compilation video
great.
of people training themselves. And so this is actually something that, oddly enough, is starting to become, I've seen people like legit, like UFC fighters falling for this. I forget what they call it, but it is essentially having someone hit them several times in the head to somehow strengthen their skull or their skin. And this is what this guy is practicing and obviously failing at. But let's just keep watching. So here we have another, I don't know what you call this, spiritual
fever.
force grifter.
So, Luigi,
Yo.
do you think? So you're saying like this is less of a martial art so much and more of just like a physical complicity to like a religion?
Here's what's interesting. That's a great question, and
Is it?
I don't, I don't know the answer. And
Then it's a terrible question.
there's a couple, but there's options to that as an answer.
I hate options.
One is true belief. Do these people actually believe that they are being compelled to do these stupid, silly things? Another one would be, being complicit in a scam with this leader, which is very cult-like. Essentially, it is a cult. I mean, there's really no difference, to be honest. Perpetuating the fraud. We don't know. But regardless, they're predators. That's just what it comes down to.
Predators would fucking kill them.
Yes. And be invisible.
Do they perform on stage? Like, is this if this is like a traveling act, maybe they could make money with it.
That's another.
It is an act they're making money with right now.
No, they typically don't, but they do advertise. There's all kinds of stuff about this on the internet, but that's interesting that when you say act, that's another really interesting point about these things is that there's always a demonstration of the power, but there's never actually a real world application of the power. Meaning they can tell you all day in a controlled environment, this is how my power works, but they have never really been in the opportunity to do this with someone holding a gun to their head. Never actually being able to show you that this works on a stranger. Always someone there. But it also leads to the psychology of cults. Why does someone want to be involved with this? Because like any other cult, it's teaching something that they believe is a secret.
I just wonder if there was like Zen's story, I just wonder if there wasn't some physical thing at one point that all the masters of these guys that we're seeing in these clips did to these people individually that made them go, okay, well, maybe I don't feel every hit, but I'll act it out to support this because I felt it at one point. Is it all just
nonsense? Yeah, that's a great question. But the thing is, Aikido has some practical application to a willing partner. Like you can flip someone, you can do these things. There is an actual basis of using the physical world, but not for a self-defense. You could make someone, you could flip them for someone's entertainment, but you're not going to flip a person in the street holding a knife to you. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
I believe there is a general application.
Yeah, exactly.
You could use that too. Mostly the elderly and children. You can probably take care of those people. I agree with you. I don't think it would work in a real street fight. I don't think that would work at all. But I feel like, again, karate supposedly doesn't really work in a street fight either. Neither does taekwondo. It works in that realm, but it doesn't work like on the street when you're pretty much just bashing somebody's head into the pavement. How many flying kicks you do.
That's kind of what was at the root of that scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where Brad Pitt fights Bruce Lee, is that there was this long history of but could Bruce Lee actually win in a fight next to a stuntman who used to, be in jail for brawling, for street fighting? Yeah.
Right, like a real street fighter. And I think that's why Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is always, and Rogan, of course, endorses it, because you end up on the ground. Most fights end up you guys wrestling on the ground, and you know a good hold, you know how to choke somebody out. That's what you do. You're not trying. Again, you can learn as many flying, side kicks you want.
On kicks
doesn't matter. Yeah, you're not going to use those in a real street fight. You'll get your ass kicked.
It is a practical application. That martial art is a practical application.
Or it's like the kind of thing where
you use it in the real world.
It's the kind of thing where you have to, if you're going to do it, you would have to do it so perfectly that you completely immobilize the person.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen because there's so much showmanship to it as well.
Yes, pageantry, showmanship, and these mystical elements, supernatural elements to it.
Things that skeptics hate.
Things that skeptics hate. But yes, I have trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and I have wrestled. And the thing is that there's no pageantry to it. There's no there's no spiritual element to it. It is what works, what doesn't work. Let's focus on what works. That's just a practical application. Same with boxing. I have not boxed, but I do believe that's one of the practical martial arts too. Hey, what works? What doesn't? Let's just break it down. And
I knew a black girl once. There was an art to her weave pulling abilities. There's
one of the most dangerous men in the world, if you've ever heard the name Bas Rutten, was one of the just an absolute beast of a man who could who got a reputation for rupturing people's livers when he fought them. His advice, whenever I saw him interviewed about practical application, was kick him in the nuts and run. Right. And I'm like, hey, you know what? That came from a professional.
Right.
I took a couple lessons from a guy who worked out in the gym. He wasn't representing any sort of martial arts school. It wasn't karate, wasn't taekwondo, wasn't anything like that. He was just a dude. He was like this big, overweight, old guy, just teaching you how to fuck people up. Like grab their nuts, put your thumbs in their eyeballs, hit the throat. Go for the vitals, and that's pretty much how you again. What are you doing? Trying to learn blocks and shit? Just bum rush the dude.
That shot in Better Call Saul where Airman Trout is up against Trevor from GTA, and he comes at him, and as soon as he gets him right in the throat, it's over. Doesn't matter how much fucking taller you are, how many guns you got. You're down. You're done.
And that's what we're ultimately going to get into here is what are the dangers of someone being irresponsible enough to teach this sort of bullshit. But let's just keep on watching this.
There's too many of us anyway.
This was a former ballet dancer who tried to integrate ballet dancing with martial arts. And this is something called yellow bamboo.
The look on Corndiff's face is great.
Which teaches you the power of no-touch attacks. Now, this is fun.
So hold on a second. There's another concept that goes along with all these bullshit schools, and the concept is the chi energy.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has a chi and energy from within, and you learn to master your chi, and you can take that chi and you could throw it on somebody else, and they'll go flying across the room just by touching them. So I think this is going into that place.
And we are going to delve into a little bit of that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
In a couple of minutes.
Didn't know.
No, that's fine. But I'm glad that you're familiar with it. Because
I'm also familiar with a good karaoke version of the Final Countdown.
Oh yeah, right. And that's what that was right there.
Jesus.
So again, this is all just letting you know what's out there. What are people teaching? What are people subjecting themselves to when it comes to getting a martial arts teacher? There are people falling for this nonsense. He's transferring his chi and it's causing him to dance.
Well, those people dance a lot.
Okay, so this one in particular was a guy who claimed the chi shit.
Where he should have done.
Is this a force field?
Yes, it 100% is, or what he's claiming it to be. And these are his students all playing along. Now, this guy claimed to have a record of 200 fights and 0 losses with his chi powers. And there was a...
Wait, he has lost one of these?
No, he's not. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So here we go. We're going to talk a little bit about that. He can beat any MMA fighter. And so someone challenged him and said, 200 no. Well, why don't I put you in with somebody who actually knows some real martial arts? And this is what happened.
I've seen this. This is fucking great.
I would have got him. I would have zapped him right there. And like, blah.
This guy's like, "Are you fucking serious?" I didn't want to dwell on it, but he beats the fuck out of that old man. Yeah. So, but yes, here's another guy. Somehow, for some reason, looks like Jesus, Asian Jesus.
The music you should have used was the Batman like fight music from the '60s, and Pow Bam and Biff signs coming up.
I thought using the sound effects might have gotten annoying if I did it for too long.
Not sound effects,
just in case you don't want to produce your own show, Luigi. Trevor has a few pointers for you.
Good to know.
Your notes.
And so here is exactly what I think kind of what you're talking about with the Aikido. This looks like something that kind of started in Aikido to my untrained eye, but it looks like it just somehow evolved into this bullshit. But yes, this guy is subjecting people to his chi power. They're grabbing him, and they are being, I don't know, sucked in, pulled in. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, he's got him in such he's got him in such a painful lock.
Yes.
With the wrist and all that stuff.
A psychic lock. Now this one's really nuts. This guy is claiming to spread so much chi that yes, it's causing all these people to just
hey, cheese spreader. Hey, it's the cheese spreader. Hey.
Whoa. Wow.
So this guy actually freezes, and they have to take him off.
Get the fuck out of here.
Another no-touch knockout. Okay, so that's enough of that. Oh wait, I thought I was ending it there. I forgot there's more. This one's great.
Oh, come on.
How lazy can you be?
Come on.
All right.
Did Stuttering John choreograph this?
So, our first specific topic, is going to be a guy named George Dillman, an American karate instructor who teaches the harnessing of chi and the no-touch knockout. Oh, shit.
Chi, it flows throughout the body.
And National Geographic asked to film in his dojo there and test out his claims.
So it's the guy in the blue gi?
Yeah. And we're going to see a little bit about what he teaches, what he does, and...
I feel like a lot of these guys are old, fat, white guys who go to like Thailand for ladyboy shit, but they have to kind of claim it on their taxes that they were, learning martial arts.
That would make more sense than this bullshit that they do. That would make so much more sense.
Does that work?
I was about to say, that's a pretty fucking great system.
Well, we're about to find out.
Hit me up, man.
I was going to say, somebody knows an awful lot about manipulating the system for ladyboys.
Remarkably specific.
Listen, under the tax code 473.
Luigi, you got to hit play, man.
All right, here we go.
Without it, you don't function, and it's a radio wave. Oh, I've seen this. Science can't find chi. It doesn't exist.
Science can't find chi.
Corndiff, do you remember this guy? I'll be surprised if you do, but this was the guy who was on the panel of the Sally Jesse Raphael show that we watched with the ghost that was anally raping people. And he debated Ed Warren on Sally Jesse Raphael.
The Entity Part 2.
It was inspired by The Entity. That's why we were watching it. Honestly, seriously.
Anyway. So was he pro ghost rape or was he against ghost rape?
This guy actually works for a organization called the Center for Skeptical Inquiry.
Ooh,
pro ghost rape.
Claims of the Paranormal Division.
And by the way, use the industry term ghost rape. It's grape.
Yes.
Get it right.
Right.
So yes, on the episode about the
Snedeker flavor. Which is the flavor preference of most people who rape. Thank you.
Grape.
Yes.
Green, not red.
That was going to take me a while to recover.
Thank you. Purple soda.
Wait, here we go. Wow, that was great. That was really funny.
All right, move on. You can't just dwell on it.
Wait.
Trevor, relax. Take it easy, buddy.
Oh shit!
I have to go.
I didn't hear that.
I have to go. I have karate. My karate instructor's gonna get mad.
I got this.
All right.
I think I got this. You can take off if you want.
So so this guy is a skeptic, and he does investigations of hauntings. Also a magician. But let's just go on.
This, as far as science can tell.
That guy?
Without a doubt,
Yeah.
George Dillman is a force to be reckoned with. He's a 9th-degree black belt who has taught everyone from Muhammad Ali to Bruce Lee.
That's like Stuttering John saying he beats Shaq in basketball. It's like, really?
Yes.
I have
yes,
a picture
exactly.
with him, so that means my shit is legit. Fuck off.
Credentials are always so funny.
And we know that was just, it was a photo opportunity. But whatever.
Right.
Who's this guy standing next to me?
You know he stood in line to get that picture.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But
For
no.
sure. He was at a Comic-Con.
Here we go.
And he's able to drop just about anyone using applications of pressure to certain points along the body.
Oh, fuck yourself.
He's probably weak right here.
Pressure point knockouts are the easiest way to put a person down. I can put the largest person that you can find in the world, and I've done this. With that finger, I can put him on the floor.
He didn't say how. Doesn't that sound a lot like John? With the
Very much.
I've done this, and I could do it. I mean, it's really funny. And on our last episode, Zen, Trevor was on, and he pointed out something that was really remarkable and really caused me to do a lot of self-inventory, which is that being in the Dabbleverse, we are constantly observing people who are lying, and it has now kind of trained our eyes for people outside of the Dabbleverse who are lying. And I was like, holy shit, you are right. Like that really got to me. And I was like, man, I realize I'm doing this in my normal life now. Like,
Dude, there's people that were in my life for a long time who are not anymore because of the Dabbleverse. I'm going, I got to get the fuck away from you.
yeah.
This is bad.
100%.
Yeah, it changes the way you look at this shit.
Anyway.
It's a guy that's a big guy, he's man on the street.
But that's just the beginning.
He won't get into my oar.
Dillman claims to have adapted this technique to where he can knock a person out without having to touch them.
Use chi energy out of this hand, and we're going to affect up on the head of the third eye.
The what?
Did everybody get that?
The third eye?
Head of the third eye.
All right.
The brown eye.
I'm going to hit you in your soul.
There we go.
All of these karate techniques are made possible by manipulating chi.
He makes a chi
Manipulating
ball.
something.
He'll get the radio frequency
is
going
great.
between the hands. And
He's making a
if
chi
you get
ball?
up and feel, it's actually hotter inside that ball.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Now,
I got your chi balls right
he's
here.
making a chi ball, and which is always great, hilarious thing that every one of these grifters does is they make a claim without backing it up. And he says, if you heard him right there, he says, if you were to put a thermometer in his hand, it would be hotter than the rest of the room. But, who the fuck has a thermometer that we could test that theory out? That's just, and again, something John does. Yeah, well, if blah, 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 but I don't have the time to do that.
You would be thinking that the martial arts world would be a buzz with this guy, like you would hear him on the lips of everybody in a positive way. In a positive way. I mean, like, did you hear that guy can make a fireball in his hand?
Yeah.
It's just energy.
Yeah, if he could do legit what he claims to do, way more people than a small little strip mall would know what the fuck he's up, doing.
Buckle up. Because we're going to talk a little bit more about someone he's trained a little bit later.
Oh, no.
I've seen him already knock people over with it. He throws the chi in such a way
Saul.
that when he catches it, it knocks him backwards.
For Dillman,
Now they are
chi
playing
is
catch
like
with the
electrical
chi ball.
circuitry
You see?
that he can turn on or off with a simple, well-placed punch, or even just a tap.
By the way, just to let everyone know, I have this watermark on it in hopes that this doesn't get a copyright strike. That's why that's there, in case it's obstructing the view at all.
I think you're under
We
the radar.
enter the chi in the pressure
You'd be surprised. I have gotten some crazy, weird copyright strikes.
points that both accept chi or give off chi. Just gonna barely, just happen. I use ones to give off chi, put it into ones that accept chi. Weak.
That's the key to it right there.
I put my chi up inside you.
Those who accept, but he said,
yeah.
he said those who accept chi. That's more to the we're complicit with your bullshit more than anything else.
Sure.
I mean, that's that just goes without saying. But
Okay, I'm sorry I said it. Edit it out.
It is
Jesus.
weird how sexual he made it. No, these are all stupid people. I guess that's a better way to say it. These are stupid people accepting that nonsense.
It's interesting. It's interesting to wonder who the marks are and who the plants are. Like if there is that kind of relationship between his close personnel of the people that he demonstrates with, and everybody around them gets suckered in for a month of learning.
That's what I would love to know. And unfortunately, there's just not a way to tell. It's like, do you really believe this, or are you just helping, this cult leader perpetuate this fraud?
One way we would know better is if we could see like the months leading up to these big things where like they just talking and doing little things and like demonstrations, or is it a full choreographed thing? I'm going to do this and you do that, and then they put on a show and everybody. Like, we would know more if we could have.
I would love that. Hey, Skeptical Robot Undercover.
I was just
spin-off show.
In essence, turn their light switches down. It kicks out their circuit breaker panel in the back. Pressure points can be dangerous.
The emergency
I've
that they
flatlined several people.
Oh yeah, there you go. I love the emergency that they react like, oh no, he got a chi knockout. Is there a doctor? Does anyone have a doctor here?
Yeah.
And then he just says, he just said, I've flatlined people. That means kill.
Yeah.
He's saying he's killed people.
Right.
He said he flatlined people?
Yes.
I must have missed that.
They
I was
come
noticing
to see
how much he
Gummi's
looks like Elmer Fudd.
ability to move walls
Yes,
of
he
people
does.
from 10
If
feet
Elmer
away
Fudd had
when
like
they
had
can't
hair
see
and
him.
been
By
confident,
channeling his chi
he would have like
and
gone
interrupting
to
I
the
wonder what
robbers.
he would sound like, Looney Tunes.
It's probably a little like Arthur.
Come on.
I don't know how to do it. I can't do an Elmer. Honest to God.
I flatlined people. It's mine.
I like it.
I've put people in their graves.
I could do that all
I
day.
locked with their aura, and I moved the line. I shouldn't tell you this, but I played with people in Starbucks, and I just stood there and I moved the line. And they all moved, and they all looked back at me at the same time. They went like this, and I looked back too, like it was happening to me.
Sounds like he's an asshole that shoved a bunch of people.
Yes, that's exactly the crazy person. he shoved someone and then said, I don't know where that came from.
I commit Starbucks wape.
Pushing and shoving.
Yes, I mean, this is a crazy person. This is a whack job.
I have a double mochaccino for liar.
And it's just crazy because I equate this to cult-like behavior. This is essentially a cult. Or also your televangelist, faith healer preacher. There's just no difference here.
You're absolutely right.
But his physical appearance is also a testament too, and like these old guys and these out of shape dudes and stuff. It's never. I mean, it's only a few times are any of these examples that we see like the person doing it like really fit.
Yeah. Yeah, so
exactly. That's a testament to how deep the.
Yeah, I feel like me and Trevor could start one of these little dojos. And we'd just be sitting in a beanbag chair and just having people.
The guy who was sitting, the Russian guy who was sitting, is like, I'm going to teach you from this chair.
That was the best.
Wait till you see his student. His student's a real mess.
I looked because I didn't want him to know I did this, right?
But what really draws the audience's attention is Dillman's no-touch knockout. A karate move that could theoretically revolutionize combat as we know it.
Exactly.
Except that
I'm gonna roundhouse that wascally wabbit.
That's exactly your point, Zen. Wouldn't there be talk around a campfire or karate meetings about this guy?
Karate meetings around a
Whatever.
campfire.
I think the government would be up in arms about a guy who can just he can hurt people just by putting his hand out.
You wouldn't be able to Google this guy. He'd disappear.
That's a demon.
Yeah.
it can take years to learn. Essentially, he claims to be able to knock anyone out without touching any part of their body by just throwing a giant chi whammy at them.
By just using a gun.
Sometimes it drains me. I can get that way within a second or two if I throw the chi out too fast.
And it takes me about an hour to recover.
Jesus Christ.
From flatlining.
After seeing so many demonstrations.
Dude, just let this guy chew himself out, then we'll fucking do it. I'm Dwayne.
My chi balls are drained.
Sweetie.
My chi balls.
And so, this little girl, sad, vulnerable, very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Just looking to not get raped.
Impressionable was the word I was looking for. Girl falling for this bullshit.
So many different techniques, so many different moves. You can't help but start believing.
They're opening up another door in your mind. It's just unbelievable.
I know I have chi energy.
And in your ass.
You can see it with the half moons. My chi is up now because of the filming. I have half moons and my fingertips down.
I do not know. I have no idea what that science is that he's talking about.
That's diabetes, is what he's. It's not good. That's renal failure.
That means you need to take your insulin, Elmer.
Right. Your liver is shutting down.
Man, I mean, this guy is just full of bullshit. Like when you think the bullshit stops, there's more bullshit coming.
Luigi, before you start, but you've had it in my head ever since you said that. Like, does Joel Osteen know that he's full of shit? Or does he really believe that he is this unbelievable preacher of God and Jesus and everyone believe in his shit?
That that is something I think about way more often than I should. Is also with psychics. It's the same thing with me for like those psychics on the street. I think to myself, does that person really think they have a psychic ability, or do they know they're just giving somebody what they want to hear and it's a bullshit scam and they don't even care or have any, they don't have any conscience about it? I think that all the time. I wonder that all the time. But then I think that theoretically, you can start in one place and end somewhere else. So Joel Osteen probably thought to myself, maybe I'm helping people. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just say, for sake of argument, he did. And then at one point says, man, I'm getting this crowd. I must really have supernatural powers. Like, I think it can evolve to the point where the ego convinces itself.
I think he believes in God, and I think he believes he has a personal relationship with God. Yeah. And he wants to do all this shit that he is doing, so he justifies it by saying God is using me to help spread the Christian word and all this other horse shit. But he doesn't believe it. Like when Zen asks, does he believe this like note for note? I'm sure his personal prayers with God are like, look, this bullshit we're pulling on him. I mean, how much longer is it? But I'm sure he thinks, on some level, I have to believe that everybody on some level believes part of this, whatever the thing may be, because otherwise we're all just one-dimensional shitheads.
Right.
Yeah.
Or again, is he like a visionary, or an entrepreneur like Vince McMahon? Right? who again, like Joe Osteen, what do you call it? His father built that business. His father built that church.
Yeah.
He kind of took it to another level, kind of like the way Vince McMahon does. So in a way, they're both entertainers, and I think they feel like what Looney Tunes was saying, they're giving people an amazing experience. And that's what helps them sleep at night, is that they believe in their product. And that makes these people believe in what they're selling.
Specifically, in Joel's case, I mean, it was, like you said, it was his dad's, legacy. And so one hesitates to use the word indoctrinated, but I mean, there was never a time when Jesus wasn't a part of his vocabulary. So he, on some level, believes that, and probably has a superiority complex, if not full-blown narcissism. I mean, it's the whole father, saying you have to do what I do or you're not my son, so he probably is very narcissistic too. But I think he believes on some level.
Well, the guy wears, $3,000 suits and he manicures himself and he's in great shape. He looks like what Satan would look like if he came back. Like, he's too perfect. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, everything is too pristine and perfect, and he lives a very extravagant life. And again, dude, you got the amount of people that they get at these churches alone. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's hundreds of thousands of people, coming in and being there.
And what's interesting is I love studying cults. I really just do, and that's really where a lot of this comes from. And what you see with cult leader behavior is that they typically get into it with the full knowledge that they are bullshitting. They typically get into it with this full knowledge of, I just want to convince, people that I can have sex with whoever I want, and and control them. But ultimately, you see a pattern where it becomes indistinguishable as to whether or not they're still in that mindset. And at some point, they start to believe, I speak for God, or anything I think is only in my brain because God put it there, and therefore it must be right. And there's this weird
It's justification, right?
Justification, but also this weird paranoia that developed, or not, maybe that's not the right word, but it's just this weird mentality that develops where they have now bought their own bullshit, essentially. So I think that, you can evolve, and of course there's no way for us to ever tell, but I think someone like Joel Osteen is exactly what Trevor said, which is, I don't know where he started, but I think at this point he has convinced himself, you know what, I have a special power, I'm blessed, or whatever you want to call it.
He's so indoctrinated in his own narrative and his own bullshit that even if you presented, proof after proof after proof that he's making the world a horrible place, he wouldn't be able to see it. He would not be able to see it.
No. And there was another guy named Benny Hinn, if you remember him, who used to take his jacket off and then swing it at people and claimed that the wind from his jacket would heal them. And then people I'm not kidding, there's videos of it, and people would fall over and claim to be healed from it. And it seemed like a sincere act where this guy was literally buying, hey, I am just so full of God's power, I can do anything because I'm special. And so that's what I'm talking about, is he took it to another
level. If you
level.
want to see somebody who doesn't believe his own bullshit and was later proven to not believe his own bullshit, the guy that did, do you remember when Bob Barker hosted that thing that James Randi did with the guy, you know what I'm talking about? Like in the late 70s, this guy.
Are you talking about Peter Popov? Yeah, we're going to talk about Peter
Not
Popov.
It was some other guy, but he later he was a pedophile and was in jail, all this other stuff. But he
I think I know what you're talking about. James Heydrich.
Yes,
is where this is going to actually kind of converge with televangelists. Yes, James Heydrich. Yes, he's going to definitely be a topic.
Good.
All right, let's finish this because we've got a pretty good punchline coming here.
That means the chi is just coming up.
But is the mysterious energy called chi really what's giving Dillman and his followers such extraordinary powers? Or is it, as skeptics suggest, simply a form of hypnotic suggestion? It's time for a showdown. In one corner, weighing in at no more than 125 pounds, is chemist Luigi Garnaschelli. He thinks he can stand up to a knockout punch of chi because it doesn't exist. In the other corner, it's 8th degree black belt Leon J., one of George Dillman's top associates and fellow practitioner.
Now, also another interesting aspect of this, talking about, are his followers playing along or do they believe this? Mr. Dillman chose not to do this himself.
Mm-hmm.
So he sends one of his followers. So I think that kind of
Wait. I'm sorry. He's sending someone else, and the challenge was put out by him?
I don't know if the challenge was put out by him, but I'm saying one of his followers is going to be performing it.
Okay.
And I think that falls in line with what we're talking about of, basically a follower perpetuating the fraud so that the leader doesn't look bad when it ultimately fails. My opinion, just, nothing more than opinion, but I think that's what we're seeing here because Dillman didn't do it himself.
Of the no-touch knockout. This ought to be interesting.
What do you think is going to happen?
In fact, when we did the test on Luigi, he was not ready to believe these things.
Oh, you have to believe
Maybe
in
it
it.
was just staying there, seeing.
I wish this was happening to our Luigi.
I do too. I would have loved to have done this. And yes, Zen, we're about to get a full explanation about the victim of this needing to
would
also
happen?
believe.
Right.
It didn't work.
Dillman thinks he knows what went wrong and has come up with a very interesting explanation.
The skeptic was a totally non-believer. Non-believer. Plus, I don't know if I should say that on film, but if the guy had his tongue in the wrong position in the mouth, that can also nullify it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you can nullify it. You can
I was gonna
nullify
say
a lot
that.
of things done to you. In fact, you can...
So
He doesn't believe in bullshit.
excuse me, Mr. Mugger, holding a gun to me. Do you believe in no-touch knockouts? I just want to know. No reason. Amazing. So, again, like we've said about Mr. Dillman here, you think the bullshit stops, but then it just keeps coming.
You can nullify him if you raise those two big toes. Plus, if I say I'm going to knock you out, and you raise one toe and push one toe down, can't knock you out. And then if I go to try again...
You think Mike Tyson knew that trick?
Now, hold on a minute. Stop the presses. I'm confused.
Please, let's discuss.
Whose toes? His toes?
No, he is saying that the victim of this, the person who, what's funny, he's kind of derailing his conversation to something else now. So he's saying that if your toes are in the wrong position, which could have been what that scientist might have been doing, it nullifies the chi effect, and therefore you cannot be rendered unconscious. But I also don't know if he's talking about the physical world or if he's still talking about chi, because it looks like he's now just rambling about anything that's coming to his mind.
I would be giving that speech as I would be shredding documents and being like, yeah, well, the problem is the toes got to be aligned with Jupiter and your tongue.
Yeah,
has to be
exactly.
right.
Also, can we not have this in front of my other students? Can we have this conversation in private? I'd prefer them not hear all this bullshit. Yeah.
Wow.
If you keep doing this, I won't knock you out. Plus,
He's so confident.
the skeptic was a totally non-believer. Non-believer.
Non-believer.
Plus,
He's obviously flustered. That's all I can attribute that to. He's like, he's a non-believe it.
That's what we need to call the people that love this show, the non-believe-its.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We were having this conversation last night, Zen, about what to call fans, and we were like, Greenbergers doesn't quite sound right. We called them loogies. That's it. Non-believe-its. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
and I moved the line. Plus, I've flatlined several people.
Plus, much like my wardrobe.
I know I have chi energy. You can see it with the half moons. My chi is up now because
This
of
is
the
just
filming.
funny editing
I have half
someone
moons
else
at my
did.
fingertips now. Plus, the largest person that you can find in the world.
That's,
I've done this. With that finger, I can put him on the floor.
That's wild.
You know what's weird is that part of the reason why I think he looks so much like Elmer Fudd is that he actually looks more like Arthur Q. Bryan, the guy who voiced Elmer Fudd. I mean,
right.
If that guy, if you shaved off the top of his head, he's basically Arthur.
That's
Q.
what
Bryan.
I was thinking, Luigi.
We all were.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
'Cause we all know who the guy who played Elmer Fudd looks like.
I do. It's in my namesake.
Okay.
I know.
I gotta
All right.
fucking.
This next case study here is a guy named Tom Cameron, Grandmaster Tom Cameron.
Is he a DJ?
And he is a student of Mr. Dillman.
Okay.
All right.
Grandmaster Tom Cameron coming to the motherfucking Wheels of Steel, baby.
I don't even know how to prepare you for this one, but let's just have some fun with this one.
Yeah, boy, Master Tom Cameron in this motherfucker, bitch. Grandmaster on the what it do.
From karate movies, but did you know they can also be used as a talent? Our next guest, Grandmaster Tom Cameron, uses pressure points and energy beams to drop his enemies to the ground. Enjoy Grandmaster Tom Cameron and his assistant Samantha with their exciting martial arts demonstration.
Samantha's a
Good afternoon. My name is Tom Cameron. I'm a 7th degree black.
He seems to fit the mold that we've discussed so far.
He looks like Penn Jillette.
Wait till you see him from the side.
In Taekwondo.
Is the
I'm a
one of the
fourth degree in
requirements
hop-
to take this martial arts must be to eat a lot of cheese?
I guess, yes. Eat a lot of cheese and
Eat a lot of chi.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
hey.
I will
Very
eat
nice.
your chi.
Aikido, and I also have black belts in several other different art styles. The reason that I'm here today is I'm going to be showing off some of the techniques that we've learned that utilize pressure points.
I would be in such better shape if he was
a chi master.
Yeah, it's so disheartening to see all these martial artists all. How do you get that fat?
We know. Don't ask questions that you and I don't know. We know how you get
I
that
don't
fat.
claim to be a chi master.
That's
or
true.
I disagree. You've frequently told me that you are a chi master. I
have?
No, I was talking about Zen. Sure.
Okay.
Also, I want to make it very clear that those effects are not mine. That those are the effects of this
The
star pattern isn't you.
As
We
well
got
as
it.
energy projection and sound.
No,
I have my assistant here.
Those dissolve.
She's one of my
I don't
black
know, man.
belts,
Those are pretty cool.
inductees.
She looks
and
terrified.
She's going to be working with me. We're going to start out with very basic types of moves.
I wasn't
If somebody grabs you, you can
supposed to be
utilize the
here.
pressure.
Please, I want to go back to my family.
Dad,
on the wrist.
She looks like she's wearing his old uniform because look how big it is.
Okay, so this one, the sound is terrible. I'll turn it up a little bit, but this one,
There's nothing about this that's good.
Yeah,
Who's the guy on the left?
We're gonna see. He's basically there to help with the demonstration, but this guy has another layer of bullshit that he's gonna feed that is pretty fucking funny.
Why are they on the Between Two
hand in.
Ferns set?
Oh, that is that. Okay, all right.
It causes the hand to reflex open. People are incapable of being able to hold on to an opponent. If I'm coming out from
Grab
underneath,
those
you can
hits.
strike a pressure point on the hand, rub it, and then utilize pressure on the elbow joint. So a lot of it requires joint manipulation, but it doesn't require any kind of strength. It doesn't require any kind of physical acuity. The thing that sets our art apart is the fact that we do use energy projection as well as...
He is out of breath. I don't think I noticed that before.
All the blood's going to his erection. So
He's out of breath. All he did was bend over.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to what he's about to say right here. Okay.
The look on her face, by the way,
my
speaks
God.
volumes.
I'm going to use one of the stage people here. Andy is going to be my catcher later on. But right.
Did we hear that right?
Now, what I want to do is, if you
Andy
grab
was
hold of my hand
definitely
like
a breech birth. By his head.
Okay, listen.
That head is all fucked up flat.
Listen, okay.
Grab. Good. Now I'm going to try and pull you. I want you to resist as much as possible. Do not get down in good stance. Don't let me pull you. Resist. But the sound, okay, thank you. But the sound to get the energy in the room moving towards me is actually the word me. So if he resists, and I say me, he's not able to resist me any longer.
He is now defeating his strength with the power of sound.
He's literally he's literally a knight who says me.
Yes. Okay. Now hold on. There's a way to counteract the sound.
The energy actually forces him towards me. Now, because I'm a bigger guy, I can use physical force to do that. But if I'm doing it with a young lady like this, and I can resist, I can fight it, she can't get me. But if she uses that word, me, she actually is able to pull me off of my feet. There are sounds or phonemes that work.
Are we following along with his philosophy?
I can't take my eyes off this guy's belly.
No, man, there's a fucking bowling ball in there.
I mean, the way his goofy belt looks under his belly. It's what a disgrace! What a fucking blow to the martial arts community. This guy is. Oh my God! I don't know if I'm more embarrassed to be a white guy.
You're saying he puts the dough in Taekwondo.
Yeah, right.
You see this guy on the cover of Black Belt magazine just from the neck up. All right.
He's literally out of. You're right. He's literally out of breath.
Okay. All right. this bullshit is going to actually start even growing.
For every direction. Now I'm going to try and push you. Get down into like a football stance.
On all fours. Face that way, please.
There you go. Come on a little closer to the microphone, I guess. And don't get one leg.
Come to me.
You got a really good stance. Don't let me push you. Good. The sound is ho. So if I go ho.
Oh, you're right, Zen. I didn't notice that. He really does have like a hydrocephalus head or what.
Yeah, that's like an Anunnaki fucking.
Anunnaki.
He looks like he's about to rape Travis. Oh, fuck, what's his name?
Oh shit, what was his name? I forget.
Fire in the Sky.
Oh, Travis Walton?
Yeah.
But yes,
Sorry.
we've learned that pulling someone is me and pushing someone is ho.
Oh.
Yes.
Right.
Me ho.
Back up, ho. So, here we go.
Don't let me push you.
That sounded way too sensual.
So in Spanish, doesn't mijo mean son?
It does.
Right.
So what happens then?
I don't know. Maybe that's the brown note. You make them shit their pants.
It seems very strange to us Westerners that we think that a simple sound or a phoneme would have the ability to affect a person in that way. What's even stranger is the idea that using the sound.
Hold on, I need to give my oxygen tank.
Kill over.
Let me get a drink of water.
Why is it so hot in here?
And projecting energy can actually knock somebody out.
I can't feel my
Samantha
arm.
is going
the
to
chi
try
was
for her
actually
first time
making my left arm
to
go down.
actually knock.
Okay, all right. Now, if you thought this was bullshit,
me out using
You
just
knew
the
we
sound
did.
and the energy projection.
Here we
We're gonna
go.
get this out of the way.
Yeah. That way we can see you.
Now we can see him better.
You remember that old joke, right, Luigi?
Here we go. Here we go.
I don't want to be here.
No, you're right. That's not performative. I'm sorry.
She did a full-on Hadouken on him and knocked him out.
Can I see that one more time?
Oh, yes, sir, you can.
Just a hot second. Thank you. This is great.
There you go.
It's my daughter from Pella.
And a wide audience of cable access.
Oh my God. Here
Here we
Good
go.
morning, Wisconsin.
Yes, sir.
That's right. I am your sir. Wow. I was like, you were supposed to catch me.
See now, okay, now here's what I'm talking about. The emergency reaction has to be, oh God, help him, he's unconscious.
Whoa, what's happening?
I don't know, but it has something to do with slapping someone on the neck and like, good thing he
You're just
recovered.
telling him, job well done. You fell very well. Good for you.
Was I out? How long was I out? What happened? Who's president?
This is extraordinary.
I mean, this could be like a clinical study into the psychology of, God, what do you
Use
just
your
call
words.
it? Followers of nonsense, believers, bullshitters, con men. I mean, grifters. I mean, this. We're watching it, and he is preying on the worst possible victim, a young, impressionable girl. She looks like a teenager, and you know this story just probably did not end well.
Well, that's that's her. That's the plant. Well, they're plants. I mean, they're all in on what's.
I think that's his daughter.
Of course, but I'm saying
his daughter. Sure,
I'm saying,
the way she looks at him, like Zen did a joke, but the way she looks at him is like, Dad.
You're right, but I don't know. If we were to hear some sort of news, local karate master who teaches cheat knockouts, going to prison for diddling kids, would you be that surprised? I guess is really the point I'm trying to make. And the answer is no for me. So,
do we have a history on this guy? Do you know anything about him?
he's kind of disappeared off the planet. There's a lot of shit on the internet making fun of him, but no, I don't know that he's ever been accused of anything bad. But I'm simply saying he's kind of just an archetype for someone that you would suspect of doing something bad.
Shoot in tight, you should be able to see that the pupils are actually dilated as a result of the.
How do you know if the pupils are dilated?
Because
you can't see
he's a
them.
Chi master.
But you can't see if your own pupils are dilated unless you're looking into a mirror.
He is saying that the effects of this would these are the typical effects, and that if they were to look at him, his pupils are probably dilated. Is what he's saying. Because, come on, get with the chi.
This also falls under the category of like, when somebody sees the Blessed Mother in their cracker.
Yes, absolutely, yes, 100%. There are people. So that's a real recurring theme. Is that in spite of insurmountable evidence to the contrary, people just want to believe bullshit, and they will make themselves no matter what. And man, look at that. I caught that at a really good angle. Imagine this being a local karate instructor.
That could be could be the thumbnail, honestly.
I kind of like that, actually.
I was just passing by. I just thought I'd say hello.
What would be funny is he fell down in a real effort to try to catch his breath.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna bow like theater people.
Yes.
He bowed in the only way he could.
And so look, he's using it to hold himself up because he was knocked unconscious.
Are we good
to keep that?
That's just heart issues.
We're gonna
Tom and Samantha, that was pretty incredible to watch. Tom, can you tell us about what we witnessed when she used the sound and energy to make you fall?
It was bullshit. What they are theorizing is that we actually have that humans, because we operate
That's a great shot,
with
by the way.
system in our nervous system, that somehow we've been able to develop the ability to interfere with the nervous system, and kind of acts like a circuit breaker or a reboot system for a computer.
Wow,
that's a lot of bullshit. Good night, everybody.
It's something to see. And Samantha, how much training do you need before you can tap into that and make that?
I met this man this morning.
Preparing for a demonstration, just a few
I just want him to buy me
literally.
beer.
But how long have you been practicing these techniques before you were able to make
techniques
someone fall with sound and motion?
Ever since I was raped.
Gosh.
I met this man in an improv
That's
group.
fantastic. Well, great. And tell us, too, about the things you were doing with Andy when he was able to resist you and then not able to. How much of that is the sound, or, I guess what's at play there when suddenly he's powerless to your pushes?
Well, my feeling is that it's all purely the sound, that the sound actually
That
affects
belt
the
looks like
nervous
it's
system
trying
in
to cut
certain
him in
ways,
half.
Dude, wear suspenders, Grandmaster.
Maybe you're getting weak because it's cutting the circulation off.
Yeah. Look at this.
Causes an inability or an ability, depending on what it is we're trying to do, to affect the person.
Another thing about cults is they talk in circles because of the fact that they're making shit up on the spot. And listen to that. It's an ability or an inability. And I'm going to trail off a little bit. This guy is just making this shit up. I mean, it's just
so even though,
in case you were still on the fence,
they may believe that they're trying to resist, the nervous system again is being interfered with.
Well, thanks so much, both of you, for sharing your talent with us. Yeah, we'll be back.
He showed off his talent there on this show. However, maybe he had another talent. Let's see.
Oh no!
And bad mistakes.
Oh, I'm okay.
Hold on.
The impossible dream.
Oh shit.
To fight the unbeatable foe.
A slow
to bear with unbearable sorrow. To run where the brave dare not go.
At least he stays in his range.
Okay, so I only
I
wanted to...
gotta have cheese. I gotta have cheese.
Can I tell you though, honestly, like I'm actually a little bit relieved because when it cut to him and he was holding the mic, I thought he was going to do stand up.
Oh,
I'm
God.
so relieved.
Wow, that would have.
You know,
I could have included that. That would have been.
Isn't it funny? These cheese, am I right? Like,
chi be cracking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to include that because I feel like that is a little bit of a peek inside of the brain of these people. They want attention. They just want attention. They want to be special, and they're doing whatever they possibly can, even if it causes shattering of lives, stealing of money, to be special, to feel like they have a talent or some sort of specialness about them. And that's really what it comes down to.
Does that guy have a dojo as well, or is he just showing off skills?
That guy does have a dojo, and I thought about including this. I thought it was just a little bit of overkill. He is out of Chicago, and he apparently was advertising this no-touch knockout so much that there was actually a news broadcast that took a camera to his dojo, much like the first one that we watched, and he does a demonstration, and part of that demonstration was actually in that intro that I played earlier, where he showed some people, and one of the news reporters says, "Great, do it on me," and he fails. So I was like, that might be overkill to use it, more than once. But yeah, and what's interesting,
but he does it, which is wild. He should have said like, "I can't," for insurance purposes.
Oh, that's good.
If I hurt you.
What is interesting is that in that video, and I this is a little bit of a tangent, but I found it fascinating. But in that video where they take the news crew to his house, is everyone here at least somewhat familiar with the UFC? Like, you know what it is, you know about it, right?
What's that?
Ultimate. Okay. Well, in the first season,
ultimate fucking cunts.
Yes, in the first season of the show, The Ultimate Fighter, which was a reality show, there were two guys who put on this amazing fight, Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner. And the fight was one of the greatest fights in history, and they both got contracts. In that video of him doing this no-touch knockout, when they take the camera there, you see him doing it on Stephen Bonner, a guy who legitimately fought in the UFC. And he has since died. But it was crazy because you're like, oh my God. So there are legitimate athletes falling for this shit. And there is one other guy who I'm going to talk about a little bit later who really wormed his way into a legit fighter's camp, and he knew nothing about martial arts, but I just convinced this guy that he was somehow special and spiritual and had supernatural powers. But anyway, sorry, a little bit of a tangent there, but just
no. It all intertwines, the power of suggestion. Right.
Now, this next one is actually kind of a popular video on the internet. Hopefully not everyone here has seen it, but it's just so goddamn funny. I have to play it. Now, there was a school called Yellow Bamboo. That was the name of their school. And I played a little bit of them earlier in that intro video, in which they taught people this no-touch knockout technique on a wide-scale basis on a beach.
So don't be frightened of your passion and your dark energy.
Has anyone here seen this video before? Does this look familiar at all? Oh, fantastic.
I have not.
Wonderful.
It's actually, they shortened the name of it. It's actually a town. The full name of it is Awambombaloomba Yellow Bamboo.
Definitely worth that joke.
Definitely worth
it. Was worth me slowing everything down, too.
Okay, this one is going to be the pride and joy of this episode.
Please use it in this. So if you find you've got feelings coming up, then just use it more in the practice. So first of all, you need to build it up. Put our hands on the belly.
We're gonna get a lesson.
You can put the thumbs up if you like. It's
get your chi going.
Make contact with our source of power, the hara, the tantien, center of energy in the body.
Start stroking it.
And when I say breathe out, and you blow out a black smoke, which is all the negativity, the tiredness, anything that is pain in your body. Just breathe it out.
Anything black.
And you keep your breath out. And you tighten the body.
I gotta be black smoke.
And first of all, you look to the right and you imagine all this energy around your body and you feel yourself pulling it in. But you tighten the hold of the body, looking to the right, pull the energy in, looking to the left, and the same. Pull it in here with your mind. And then I say, look up. Hold the energy down into your body. And lock it in the belly. Look up, look up.
That is a pretty sick beat, though.
Yes, it's coming up this way. Good. Push down. Hands together.
Okay.
They're just doing the dance from Thriller.
It is so stupid, but he is telling them that this is how they're going to harness their chi. And then also, I guess the blowing out is impurities, chi impurities. I don't know what that is, but whatever.
Impure cheese.
Yes, let's follow along. Let's see where this story goes.
Hands back on the belly. As soon as you get to chest height, then cross the arms. Keep your focus. Cross the arms, then. Oh,
that just dawned on me. When you get chest height, meaning you're filling up with chi like a tank. Like a tank. It's actually coming up. We're starting in the feet, then the ankles, then we're getting our chi up into our knees. All right. Okay.
You have to work up your chi. You can't just boom and you got chi.
Hey, man, I'm new to this chi world. I'm glad a veteran can teach me.
The legs. So now you imagine there's huge chains all around the body, right up to the head. And when I say break the chains, open the hands, send the energy out the back of the hands, out the whole of the body. And it looks like this. So you're coming down.
Out of the whole of the body.
And I say bend your knees, cross the arms.
Body has a lot of holes.
Break the chains.
The face just sells it.
Wow.
I mean, the face just sells it so well.
It's another one to add to the thumbnail.
I actually Corndiff was actually part of a cult that believed in this stuff, and I am very thankful I saved him. But he was a chi master for a while.
You're thankful. I'm fucking thankful.
You know, I'd be more skeptical if a white guy with a ponytail wasn't acting this way.
You know, it's funny. I once made a joke that I realized was subconscious in my head, and I believed it way more than I thought, which is I'd never trust a man with a ponytail. In any situation. I once had a car salesman with a ponytail, and I was like, I'm not going to buy from this guy. It really creeps me out.
I agree. Well, especially white guys with ponytails, for sure. But if you ever see a black guy with a ponytail, never go near that guy.
Well, you know, cross the street.
Unless you want the best record ever produced that you've ever heard.
You think that guy cares about anything? Like what? What record are you talking about?
I don't know.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg has a ponytail.
He does. All right, touche.
Clay Duty's. It's going to be Clay Duty's next record under his rap name, Lincoln the Description.
I meant to talk to you in private about maybe adding a ponytail to Duty. Probably.
Hang on, let's see.
If you do get his rap persona going.
Something back here, just like put it in.
What is that black shit in the back of his head?
That's the actual puppet that I had to take apart.
I love it.
All right.
Mike has a puppet like it too. It's a chef. It's an Italian chef, so it's got this weird black hair.
Pulling in from the right.
These people. At some point, these people are just like, we got fucking scammed. Now they're kind of invested in the entire fucking lesson. So
that is part of this show.
That's the complicity of it. You have to. You're like, I signed up. I may as well fucking do it now.
But that's the thing. Yes, there's got to be like phases. But that's the purpose of this show, is that these are predators. They're just taking money, destroying lives, and then they're leaving just this chaos in their wake. Where these people, you're absolutely right, waking up one morning, looking at the ceiling or whatever, the ceiling of their tent, and just going, what the fuck have I been doing this whole time? You know, and it's so sad, but this is out there, and there are people falling for it. That's just what's crazy. All right, here, you're gonna like this one, I promise.
Use your voice this time. Break the chains.
Always one guy who takes it too seriously.
Hands together. Keep your connection. Be aware of your body. When the hands come to here, bend your knees. Arms apart, nice and big, lots of space. You're going to send the energy out of here and energy out of here. See what happens in the middle. Keep going and keep breathing. You can breathe as much as you like and make space to breathe in. It'll It'll be like a big wind, and you just keep going until it starts feeling like honey. Breathe out. Tighten the body. Tighten the whole body.
Am I doing it right?
Looking to the right. Pull the
So
energy in.
also, can I just
Looking to
point
the
out
left.
something real quick too?
Yes,
This
please.
doesn't seem like a martial arts thing. This
Oh,
seems more
oh.
like a.
Yeah,
Is it martial arts?
I wanted to include all of this for where it's going to give it
Okay,
context.
because I'm saying, because I was going to say, if this is like a Tai Chi kind of thing, it's totally, that's like mainstream on what they believe in,
I
like yoga,
understand.
Tai Chi, all that bullshit.
Yes, this
Yeah,
is all left
Luigi, listen to Zen. He doesn't have to produce these packages. So
Yes, this is all left in to give it context for where it's going. I promise.
Cool.
Looking up. Breathe in. Pull the energy in. Pull it down. When you get to the chest, bend the knees, arms apart, and push in the other hand. Big breath. Yes, keep breathing. Good, good.
And also because it's funny just to look at these assholes.
More power, more power, more passion, more power. Big. Look into the hands. Look into the hands. Look. Look into the space between. Yes.
She's looking around her going,
Good, good.
Right? Am I the asshole?
me?
Good. Good.
This guy's
Yes.
getting overtaken.
Good.
I'm about to ascend.
$10 says that guy's a CEO of some multi-billion-dollar. Fucking loves this shit. It's like S&M.
You have to be like, I would imagine this isn't cheap. This service, right?
So, you've got a lot of power.
I'm sorry, say it again.
And so I would think so. I can't imagine this service is cheap. If it's a scam, right?
I used to know the prices. Fuck, I forgot. I dug deep into this one. I forgot.
I guarantee you, it's like rich guys' wives.
Yeah.
Doing this.
Yeah,
and
they're on
like
a beach,
eccentric-
you know.
Yeah, eccentric businessmen.
Yes. Okay.
It's not really coming out. Okay? Real focus. Out, now, everything. Somebody's life depends on it, so it's now or never.
You're not doing it right.
Somebody's starting to feel it.
You're not pretending right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Pull it down.
Oof.
Big breath. Yes. Yes. Big coming out your hands. Yes.
Now the woman who
She's
was doubting
clipping out.
herself, she's like, "Am I doing it right now?"
She's playing an invisible tuba.
And it was too heavy for her.
Too much chi, man. She OD'd on the chi.
Wait, it's supposed to be a ball, and I feel like the physics of her ball really.
She
aren't
keeps
doing it.
inflating and popping it and making new ones.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now we're ready.
On the other hand, if you're a fucking retard like this, what a relief to be able to find another group of dipshits that you can do this with.
That's what that's one of the things I mentioned earlier was acceptance, being part of a group that has secrets, mystical
Like no one
secrets.
is turning to them and going, "All right, Susan, calm the fuck down." Like they're
Yeah.
all on the same page.
Hey, now you're just showing off. Knock that shit off. Yeah, okay. Now here we go into the martial arts. Now that they have adequately
So
prepared
is there anybody who wants to try defending themselves? What you have to do, you're not trying to knock me down, you're just defending yourself. You'll see energy moving, and what you do is, it doesn't matter if people in the way, anything, you see me moving, as soon as you see me move, everything you got in there, you push it out. We can do it? We can do it. Hold on. Let's go. Can you what you feel like?
Here we go. Are you ready? You ready for this?
Y'all ready for this?
I want to make sure I do this right.
I'm so excited.
A cheeser for those of you out there who are not familiar.
He came. He came. He saw. He
Look at this
cheated the
guy.
fuck
This
out.
guy's like, is this guy fucking serious? Is this what I'm paying money for?
That is the look. Holy shit. That is
Yes.
the look.
Okay, so now we've seen a demonstration of this working. So, what's left? All right. Okay, the show's over, asshole. You can stop now. You get the point. Oh. Good focus. You got me with your cheat.
Good focus. Good hustle out there today, man.
With a shout. You ready? Yes. Come here. You don't have to touch. Can you come, Magnus and Rebecca? So, if you stand here, you stand here, and Magnus and Rebecca, you prepare her.
Her name's Magnus.
I don't know when I'm going to come, so you have to prepare her quick.
My guy.
That's
the
even worse.
Blonde-haired guy's Magnus, I believe.
That's even worse.
He's going to teach her how to do this correctly.
She wasn't doing it right, shaking like a fucking Muppet.
She looks like she's possibly doubting. We need to get her confidence back up.
We want to feel it coming from your cunt, Rebecca.
Okay. Yes. All right. The bullshit is strong with this one.
That could not have gone any better.
Oh, wait, no, he's still having a seizure. Oh, no.
He's having a seizure and she's blacked out.
Look at her. She's grabbing her asshole.
She shit herself.
Okay, now listen to his response.
Luigi, can you play that again?
Where were you guys?
Look, it's their fault.
Where the fuck were you guys?
What did he say? Hold on. What did he say?
He goes, where the fuck were you guys? He's blaming them for doing
Where were you, Magnus?
Yes.
Okay, play. Yeah, this is
There
great.
you go.
I can't wait.
I mean, that seemed like a pretty fragile old lady.
Oh,
and
man.
he just destroyed her.
Don't worry, I'm okay.
he has to go through the procedure.
Yeah.
It hurts in my bony butt.
Okay, yeah, listen. Listen to his response
My butt
here.
bone.
Where were you guys? Where the fuck were you guys?
Where were you, Magnus?
Listen, this wouldn't have happened if you assholes would have been ready with your chi.
Guys, can you believe we dodged 4 more years of this? Our government. Thank God.
Okay, this is actually my favorite part.
This is where Medicare was going.
Despite everything, this is actually my favorite part of this video right here. He cures her.
You jerk off to this part?
He's curing her.
Meanwhile, her sternum is sticking out of her neck.
Yes! Her spine is broken.
I don't think we should move her. Shut up.
Don't worry, I'll say a quick prayer. She'll be fine.
Hold on. I'm going to Pat Marie to this bitch. Right back. Right, she'll be shipshape before you know it.
Let me tickle her spine a little bit. Let's see.
Kid is trying.
They're over there like, did you see him knock that bitch out?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the day that kid became a skeptic.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now, I want you to. I'm going to turn the volume up. I want you to hear what he says to her here. Okay.
Okay, you ready to join us in the circle?
He's just like, let's get back to it.
Our break time's over, sweetheart.
All right.
This isn't covered in your insurance, love. Get up. Come to the circle.
You've gotten all the attention you're going to get out of this.
Anything you can't cope with at this point is your own cheese fault.
Okay. So now we are going to discuss. We're going to get a little bit more specific, a little more granular here into a specific person who has marketed a full career of Bullshido and has really leaned into it. Ashita Kim.
Ashita Kim. Ashita Kim is a real-life ninjutsu grandmaster. Kim traveled the globe and learned the secret ways of the ninja in that most ancient and revered land of ninja arts, Lake Alfred, Florida. Kim has mastered ninja levitation, ninja invisibility, and ninja eternal virginity.
This is like the final
Kim
boss,
used the
right?
ancient
I've been to Lake Alfred, by the way. There's nothing resembling greatness there.
So this guy has seriously claimed magical powers, that he can do death touches, dodge bullets. You know what? I'm going to let them describe it.
And you're saying he can't.
Jury's out.
Ancient art of bringing shame to your parents, to release several turgid ninja training manuals, such as Ninja Secrets of Invisibility, Ninja Mind Control.
Is he doing his own narration?
Death Touch, and the Amorous Adventures of Ishida Kim. What the?
He has a line of romance novels in which he is the main character.
That's great.
That's great. Yes.
Fuck, point that point.
No, this actually comes from a guy named Napoleon Blown Apart on YouTube, who is all about exposing Bullshido. He is great. I love his videos, and that's where this comes from.
Yes, Kim has also dabbled in making his own ninja-based smut with The Amorous Adventures of Ishida Kim, a novel so blood-curdlingly unsexual that I'll only read several more passages. Pulling me over on top of her, she guided my erect member to her sacred chamber.
Oh my God.
Kim is a walking lesson in why parents need to talk to their children about the dangers of anime.
So this is
After reading The Amorous Adventures of Ishida Kim, it's safe to say that Kim knows even less about human sexual reproduction than he does about literature. The Amorous Adventures of Ishida Kim is, and I shit you not, a 90% true story based on the time Kim was hired as a bouncer in a ninja whorehouse in South Africa, a country famous for its ninja population. But it wasn't the bad kind of whorehouse, it was the good kind, where women aren't trafficked and work there simply for the love of ninja dicks. Kim teaches them how to live, how to love, and what it's like to get piped by a 4-foot-tall hobgoblin who thinks he's a ninja. Sadly, Kim didn't teach them how to turn invisible so they could just, leave the whorehouse. If you're wondering why you've never seen anyone perform a dim mak or use ninja bullet dodge to dodge a punch in MMA, well that's actually because these techniques are 100% ninja horse shit. Ishida Kim is a solid gold weeaboo lunatic. Kim's real name is Radford Davis, a white guy from Florida who picked a Japanese name and a Korean surname and sold the world a whole load of ninja LARPing videos.
For him.
Kim claims to have learned.
Some part of me thinks he's maybe leaning into this personality as a joke. But when you see this stuff, it's like, I can't tell. I can't tell. He might really be trying to sell people ninja
Who
skills.
are we to judge?
Yeah,
him, first of all. Secondly, if he's having a good time doing it.
There you go.
That's all that matters. The guy knows what he likes.
And his powers of ninja fuckassery from the Black Dragon Fighting Society. Yes, the very same Black Dragon Fighting Society founded by Count Dante. To this day...
That is someone else we're going to talk about. Just a little, I guess, just dropping that.
What was the name again?
For people who know what that means. There was a guy named Count Dante. In the 60s, is really one of the innovators and pioneers of Bullshido. He's going to be the focus of an episode soon.
Kim has the BDFS logo on his website and claims to be the BDFS flyweight champion. But being an open-minded type of ninja, Kim accepts challenges from all martial artists who wish to prove him wrong. Kim put forth a challenge to all martial artists known as Ishida Kim's $10,000 challenge. And if you thought all you had to do to make an easy 10 grand is beat the shabba ranks of ninjutsu in a fight.
Now, what's funny is there's a lot of correlation here to what we're about to hear, and I think you guys are going to get it.
You're wrong. Kim's challenge means you pay him $10,000 and he will do you the honor of fighting you.
Yeah.
Also, you have to pay a $25,000 appearance fee, pay for Kim and 3 of his friends' travel and accommodation expenses,
Who does this
and
sound
sign
like?
a waiver absolving Kim of liability if you're killed, crippled, or maimed. And then you can test his ninja powers against yours for real. There are no reports of anyone ever beating Kim in the $10,000 challenge, and I can only assume it's because he straight up fucking ninja murdered them. The only footage of Kim actually fighting is this highly questionable video of a fight between Kim and Phil Temples from 1989. But because the man claiming to be Kim in this video is dressed up as one of Shredder's Foot Clan, there's no way of knowing if that even is Kim in the ring. And every upload I've seen of this video claims it was a rigged fight anyway. I honestly believe Count Dante may have been crazy enough to believe in the dim mak, but even Kim must know crap like his levitation act is the kind of magic a drunk uncle might have used to impress you when you were 5 years old. Kim is nothing more than a terrible stage magician who rode the wave of the ninja craze of the 80s and 90s. Unlike Count Dante or even George Dillman, there doesn't seem to be any record of competitions or even verified sparring footage of Ishida Kim. And if George Dillman can dunk on you, you know you fucked up.
So, George Dillman is the guy we discussed in the first case study. He's saying George Dillman is saying, that dude's full of shit.
Right.
So, just want to make sure that was clear to
See the way his toes were positioned? He can't fucking fight in that.
This guy doesn't know chi.
His tongue was in the other side of his face when he hit that guy.
Oh, man. I mean, it is just, this
Again,
is a world of bullshit.
But yeah, but that's, I praise that kind of con. You know, it's a great social experiment, first of all. And you should be more ashamed of the people who fall for it than the
that's the reason I'm on board. That's the reason I'm on board is because I'm with Bill Burr in that I think there's way too many of us out here, you know, on this fucking planet. Let's get rid of the dumb ones. You know, this kind of can be kind of a.
I do. It's fucking hard to argue with any of that.
T. Barnum, baby, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right, not too much left to go here.
I could honestly spend all day talking about the batshit insanity of Ishida Kim, a man who has an entire section of his personal website dedicated to people who are on his shit list going all the way back to 1979.
Again?
Kim is more...
Who does that sound like?
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, pathological liars believe in their own bullshit. Just like people we know.
Just like people we know. And
guys, I'm right here.
I want to say it in front of the puppet.
That his entire career is a hilarious joke, but the only person not in on that joke is Kim himself.
And that is to ask, why is this bad? You know, why? What are the dangers of teaching people shitty martial arts?
I mean, overall, this is the skeptic speaking of just this kind of stuff in general. It can make us dumber in that we lose the ability and the willingness to question things.
That's it. Also, physical danger.
That too, yeah.
You die.
Because of this.
Beavis and Butthead.
I've seen this before.
I got confused. I got that mixed up.
It's like the very first, Opie and Anthony.
Все нормально, все нормально.
Finish him!
I just have to shake hands with him. I just have to shake hands with him. That's fine.
And finally, this.
What do we get?
Chairman Mao means fucking business.
Yes.
But, we need
to... an inflated sense of self-defense and their abilities. Wait, what's happening? Oh wait, he's back! There you have it, folks. Thank you very much.
You know what we need to do? We need to give that to Mars and have him put John's face on it and put the Super Bowl hat on as well that he has in those cameos.
There's again, going back to Aikido, like these things, these outlier martial art things, most of the stuff that we were watching is harmless relatively because nobody really takes it seriously. But there's people who really believe in Aikido and karate and those kinds of martial arts. And again, where karate I feel like is definitely more usable. Like it teaches you how to really throw punches and kick and fight. It's not just, using your chi, but fuck, man, like Aikido is a scam. I'm a true skeptic on that one.
It looks like he's got either a steak or a uterus tattooed on his thigh.
That's exactly the way that should have been answered.
A uterus.
A steak or a uterus.
It looks like that shell that you put up to your ear to hear the ocean.
Yeah. Conch shell.
Yeah, he's got a conch shell.
The sequel to Steak or Cake is Steak or Uterus.
A uterus. It does look like a uterus.
The fallopian tubes.
All right. Thank you very much for being here. I absolutely appreciate it. Should we leave him? Give him a spot there?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. This was fun. I hope you had a good time. Hope it was, worth your charity that you provided to us.
Why? You guys are great.
Oh, I appreciate
Luigi, you're a great contributor to the Dabbleverse.
Thank you.
You bless us with so much beautiful artwork and comedy. Looney Tunes, a fucking genius.
That guy's a genius.
Guy is great. Corndiff, nice to see.
We couldn't get him.
Corndiff is amazing.
I just noticed now.
Corndiff is Kate Meany. You know that, right?
What?
Corndiff is Kate Meany.
Doxed, man. That's bullshit.
I just now noticed that you've got the John's background on, Zen.
His mom's
background.
I didn't get that. That's funny. You're right.
Very subtle.
Very subtle.
That's good. That's fantastic. Well, all right. Well, thank you again. Please, Zen, plug anything you want.
You guys know. I mean, the Uncle Rico Show, Shuli Network. That's where I am, and Looney Tunes. He contributes to it as well. Very funny guy with Orson Welles and the puppets and
Clay Duty is taking off. Yes,
Clay Duty is taking. Clay Duty. I just wrote a script for Clay Duty.
Ooh.
That hopefully
we have to. Yeah, we're trying to figure out some more use for
stuff going on.
Puppet stuff.
We got some announcements coming up pretty soon. I can't say.
Very nice. Very nice.
Some irons in the fire.
Yeah. How about you, Luigi and Corndiff? Where can we find you?
I like Corndiff.
You can find me on YouTube at Corndiff.
Nice.
He has a show on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays also.
And Luigi, I gotta say, I'm a huge fan of the show that you do on Hack Ride on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Unboxing ETM.
Yes, Unboxing Eric, Hack Ride Studios, Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, and we have also started Unboxing Riley Martin, which is so much fun. I mean, that is
what a gift to the universe. Huh? That guy. That guy will be first. I mean, I only wish he was alive today so we can have him.
I absolutely do too. But I will tell you guys, did you know that there are 10 symbols that he didn't sell before his death that are left, and you can buy them for $100 on his website? In case you want a gift for somebody.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. There should have been a Valentine's Day sale. Casey actually got one and was bragging about it, showing it to me. Yeah, I was like, "You son of a bitch, that's so awesome!"
I want to see that. Send that.
You guys should do another, because I know you guys were doing the Behind the Hacker studio as well with Shuli and a couple of other people.
Oh, yeah. Shuli, I've let Shuli just lead that and let me know when he wants to do it again, and I'm
That was
totally,
fun.
I'm totally
That
on
was
board.
fun.
It was a lot of
The
fun.
actor is great to dissect.
Yeah.
And there's so many layers. There's so many layers to it. But anyway.
It's so weird, too, that the Dabbleverse has come around because I would have never picked up on the similarities between John and Eric, the actor.
Yes. I mean, they are insane how similar they are.
Well, just in general, you realize how much of a whack packer John really is.
Yeah,
Yes. And do you guys remember?
And Shuli being the guy
The
who
wrangler.
kind of wrangles or the whackback, it's almost like John's the one that got away.
Do you guys remember it was like around 2011 or 2012? There was a caller into the Howard Stern show who came up with a whack packer questionnaire.
Yes.
There was a point system of whether or not you're a whack packer.
Oh, that pissed him off so bad. He hated the fact that
But I'll get around to it, but trying to do an episode devoted to whether or not John qualifies for the whack pack questionnaire. And I think he does. Yeah.
He does, for sure.
That's great. You should talk to our people about that.
I
think
should.
Should be a part of that. That'd be a lot of
people need to call your people.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I had fun. Would love to have you back, Zen. You are welcome
of course.
anytime. Maybe when we start talking about your Joel Osteens and your Peter Papa.
I had a
something
great
like that.
time, man. No, it was great. Oh yeah, if we get into evangelical Christianity, please let me know.
Yeah,
I love that stuff.
I definitely. Me too. I actually have an episode planned that revolves around James Randi's efforts in exposing them, which I think will have.
Which is probably when
equity
James
value.
Heydrich will come up, right?
Yeah, around that time, it was that actually happened a little before. So if I want to,
Well, he had the $10,000 check in his pocket on that show.
Yes,
So
and,
maybe it's right when that started. It wasn't $1 million yet.
No, that show itself was great because there were so many people who volunteered and totally got humiliated. You got Bill Bixby hosting it, also. Anyway,
I remember when O&A reviewed it the first time. Kumiya just called it. He goes, "What is the name of the show anyway?" Hey, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
You just take some guy's whole thing and nope. you're not. Everything's bullshit.
You got to do deep dive. Dude, I grew up with people who were members of those off Baptist church.
Yeah.
Those Seventh Day Adventists / Fire and Brimstone, Snake Oil.
Yeah.
I
Same
mean,
here.
they're unbelievably interesting for sure.
I have some in my family.
Oh God, please, yeah, we got to do that. Let me know
about that.
It's nuts. It's fucking crazy. But
I want to be a part of that.
All right, folks. Thank you again to everyone. This is Skeptical Robot, and again, I totally forgot, Corndiff, to ask you to prepare something. Did you prepare one?
Yeah, I've got one. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. All right. We are going to leave you on this motivational quote from Corndiff.
Your left sock is slightly luckier than your right one.
Good night, everybody.
I've always said.
Skeptical robot that doesn't believe in ghosts. Poltergeists, apparitions, werewolves, vampires, witches, gremlins, ghoulies, demons, goblins, ogres, and swamp creatures. He's a skeptical robot that doesn't believe in ghosts. Poltergeists, apparitions, werewolves, vampires, witches, gremlins, ghoulies, demons, goblins, ogres,
That's right, it sucks.